Welcome to Tales of Honor, a podcast with a mission to tell the true stories of every recipient of our nation's highest military award, the Medal of Honor. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Tales of Honor podcast. I'm your host, Christoph Ambrosch, and this is episode number 628. After this episode, we'll have completed 88% of all of the living Medal of Honor recipients, so we're going to keep plugging along with all of those recipients. I don't have any birthdays to go over today, and today's recipient is actually the most recent recipient of the Medal of Honor. So without any further ado, let's get right on to it with another Tale of Honor. Paris was born on the 13th of May, 1939 in Cleveland, Ohio, and he pursued both sports and the military after high school while attending Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. There he was a member of the Reserve Officer Training Corps while studying political science, and he was commissioned as a U.S. Army Reserve officer upon graduation in 1959. Paris went on to both airborne and ranger schools and was selected for the 7th Special Forces Group Airborne, 1st Special Forces. Paris deployed twice to the Republic of Vietnam, and it was during his second deployment in 1965 that he displayed actions that would later earn him the Medal of Honor. The citation reads,
"For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his own life above and beyond the call of duty. Captain Paris D. Davis, Commander, Detachment A321, 5th Special Forces Group Airborne, 1st Special Forces, distinguished himself by acts of gallantry and intrepidity above and beyond the call of duty while serving as an advisor to the 883rd Regional Force Company, Army of the Republic of Vietnam, during combat operations against an armed enemy in the vicinity of Bong Son, Republic of Vietnam, on June 17 through 18, 1965. Captain Davis and 3 other U.S. Special Forces advisors accompanied the Vietnamese 883rd Regional Force Company on its first combat mission, a daring nighttime raid against a Viet Cong regional headquarters housing a superior enemy force. Captain Davis' advice and leadership allowed the company to gain the tactical advantage, allowing it to surprise the unsuspecting enemy force and kill approximately 100 enemy soldiers. While returning from the successful raid, the Regional Force Company was ambushed and sustained several casualties. Captain Davis consistently exposed himself to the hostile small arms fire to rally the inexperienced and disorganized company. He expertly directed both artillery and small arms fire, enabling other elements of the company to reach his position. Although wounded in the leg, he aided in the evacuation of other wounded men in his unit, but refused medical evacuation himself. Following the arrival of air support, Captain Davis directed artillery fire within 30 meters of his own position in an attempt to halt the enemy's advance. Then, with complete disregard for his own life, he braved intense enemy fire to cross an open field to rescue his seriously wounded and immobilized team sergeant. While carrying the sergeant up a hill to a position of relative safety, Captain Davis was again wounded by enemy fire. Despite 2 painful wounds, Captain Davis again refused medical evacuation, remained with the troops, fought bravely, and provided pivotal leadership and inspiration to the Regional Force Company as they repelled several Viet Cong assaults on their position over a period of several hours. When friendly reinforcements finally arrived, Captain Davis again refused medical evacuation until he had recovered an U.S. advisor under his command who had been wounded during the initial ambush and presumed dead. While personally recovering the wounded soldier, he found him severely wounded but still clinging to life. Captain Davis directed the helicopter extraction of his wounded colleague, not leaving the battlefield himself until after all friendly forces were recovered or medically evacuated. Captain Davis' heroism and selflessness, above and beyond the call of duty at the risk of his own life, are in keeping with the highest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon himself, his unit, and the United States Army.
Paris originally earned the Silver Star for these actions, and it has been suggested that his original 2 Medal of Honor recommendations were lost due to racism. In December of 1968, he pulled a stuck soldier from a burning fuel truck that had overturned just before the truck exploded. For this, he earned the Soldier's Medal, an Army medal for heroism that is between the Bronze Star and the Distinguished Flying Cross. Paris deployed a 3rd time to Vietnam and remained in the Army until his retirement in 1985 at the rank of colonel. Paris went back to school, receiving a master's degree in public affairs from Southern Illinois University and a PhD in public administration from Northern Virginia University. He went on to publish the Metro Herald newspaper for 30 years, and on the 3rd of March, 2023, Paris received the Medal of Honor from President Biden in his ceremony at the White House, making him only one of 4 service members to be awarded both the Medal of Honor and the Soldier's Medal. Paris D. Davis is 84 years old at the time of this recording and resides in Arlington County, Virginia. And that was a tale of honor. Thank you for listening to Tales of Honor, and if you enjoyed the show, please be sure to subscribe and tell your friends and family. Tales of Honor is written and produced by Christoph Ambrose, and theme music is Loyalty and Duty by Floruz Music. If you have any questions, you can send an email to talesofhonorpodcast@gmail.com, and please be sure to visit talesofhonorpodcast.com for more episodes and information.